Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Yes, I've rotated 45 degrees to try and get the light a little bit better, basically because I couldn't see the screen when it was down, so I couldn't see whether you could see the cards or not. So what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, I keep forgetting to flash me card. They're all for entertainment only, as I put it at the top of the little blurb under any video. What I want to have a look at in this particular video, there's a lot going on in the world, but this, for some reason, this keeps twitching at me. Now we know the Orange Twerp God is, foil covered chocolate participation award that he couldn't snatch out of the box quick enough to put over his neck, and then they started playing his favourite YMCA. Oh, please, talk about absolutely humiliating himself. Although, hey, why not? Depending on which side of the aisle you're on. Of course, he deserved it while he's trying to cause a war. I want to have a look at FIFA itself. So, there is word out there, I haven't been able to get confirmation, but it's come from a few sources, including Midas Touch, that the board of FIFA were completely blindsided that the head of the board of FIFA wanted to present this award. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. The board of FIFA were blindsided. The head didn't do it in sarcasm, didn't do it in absolute. The moon card, lunacy, as I split the deck, and we've got the Orange Twerp with his shiny gold award that he can wear to his cabinet meetings. Yeah, the sheer lunacy of it. And it's now out there completely in the open for all to see. I want to have a look. Now, I know this is a different scenario, but I want to have a look at the future of FIFA, because I'm actually feeling that it might not be so red hot after this particular event. There are a lot of countries that are involved in the World Cup that are getting targeted by the Orange Twerp. I don't think they'll get people necessarily travelling there. They may even get countries boycotting if this isn't resolved very quickly. Oh, and that was just a bee flying past. But it's one of those, you can't wash the stench off. Once it's there, it's the old Macbeth trying to wash Mrs. Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, trying to wash her hands of the blood. Once it's there, you cannot wash it off. And I'm going to ask if it's going to go down the same way that the PGA has. Now, the PGA, and yet the hidden agenda, the secrets, it's out there for everybody to see about the Orange Twerp, and talk about dementia on full display. Oh, please. Anyhow, the PGA, the Professional Golfing Association, I think it is. I don't know anything about golf, so I'm taking a stab in the dark at what that actually means. But when the Live competition came along, now I know the Orange Twerp supports Live, so it's not about who the Orange Twerp supports. This is about the organisations themselves. When Live came along, the PGA were, oh no, poo poo poo, we are the top, nothing can defeat us, etc. And very quickly the PGA was superseded. I mean, initially Liv wanted to join with the PGA, and the PGA had the real arrogance about them that said, no, you guys are going to be gone in a week, we'll still be around, we're the best in the business, etc., blah 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 blah. Well, that didn't work out so well for the PGA in hindsight. And I am, oh gosh, as I split the deck again, we've got the High Priestess and the Chain themselves to the devil. It's out there on full display, secrets being revealed, that they chained themselves to this toxic, greedy, corrupt energy. Now, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the teams themselves. I'm talking about the top dude, and by association, the board, even though they went, what? What award? They still would have had to have passed it for it to go through. So it's an arrogance, an absolute arrogance. I want to have a look to see whether FIFA is going to, in the long term, there isn't an alternative yet, but hey, 5 years ago there wasn't a live either. I want to know whether FIFA is going to survive the is FIFA going to survive the toxicity of this move? Come on down, let's have a look. This is just more of a special interest, curious question. A little bit breezy. Got my mother's crystals. Got a whole bowl of them actually there. I haven't pulled them all out yet. Entertainment only. Let me pull my card out. Entertainment only. Okay, let's have a look. Is FIFA going to survive this blatant pandering corruption to the Orange Twerp? Now, remember when there was the match that was on in the US and he got himself up on stage and he stole one of the rings and a medal and then ended up with the trophy in his office. You know, give him an inch and he will take a kilometre. Okay, a mile. Give him a centimetre, he'll take a kilometre. Okay, let's have a look. Will FIFA survive this? Right, that was a really stupid action. Knight of Swords. A rash action made in haste that it has exposed the harsh truth of them. Yeah, this is the board underneath going, what the? If you have a look at it. Yeah, stupid move. Okay, the challenge is the Two of Cups. People coming together. That's the challenge for it. People talking to people, people accepting, people from different countries and races and creeds and gender, actually seeing each other as equals. That's going to be their challenge. Okay. The energy that it's stewing in at the moment is the Page of Pentacles, looking at their options. I mean, it's also glazed over, staring at the bright, shiny thing as well. But they might be looking at some options here about how to backtrack on this, the board I'm talking about. But this is the presentation of the bright, shiny thing. And it was it's a page. It was such a childish move. So undeserving of an organization like FIFA to do this. Such a childish move. Now, it's hard to know what's real. There's something that's going around on social media that's supposedly the twerp on his Untruth Social going nuts about how, stop making fun of my consolation prize. I'm sure it's satire, but the world we live in at the moment is so hard to tell what is real and what is comedy, taking the mickey out of them. I think they're already done. The past, the tower moment. This was a tower moment, very possibly for an organization that was already under question. This decision from the top it has already started to blow the whole organization apart. Now, I don't know what the replacement is. I don't know if there is one. But it's this arrogance of too big to fail. Well, that didn't work out real well for the PGA, did it? And it didn't work out for Fannie Mae during the global financial crisis, and it didn't work out. Anyhow, crowning this reading, money changing hands. Yes, absolutely. Favors done. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Here, have some trinkets. We'll make pots of money. This may also be the FIFA organization pretty much giving out crumbs to the grassroots organizations, keeping all the money for themselves. Okay, let's see where this goes. It's very bad about money. Right, emotions are really high about this. The Ace of Cups. Emotions are really high. Emotional overwhelming. There might also be boycotting. I'm not saying everybody. There'll be some who wouldn't have a clue about politics and watch it, just purely for the soccer. But I'm wondering if the players. Okay, I'll ask in a minute if the players are going to boycott. But this was big. Yeah, the walking away. Eight of Cups. People are going to walk away from FIFA over this. Externally, the Eight of Cups. Internally, the Eight of Pentacles. 2 eights. The doing things how that it was always done. This could just simply be giving out cheap awards. It's almost like this is the last straw for many. And it's all about the money. Follow the money. All about the money. And 3 eights. I'll have to look up what eights mean. Shall do that because there's the Eight of Wands. A lot of information coming out. I'm just pulling it up. Pause you for a second. Have a look. Okay, I'm going to read this because this is really fascinating. Multiples of eights in a tarot reading. It basically is about you begin to question if what you previously wanted is what you truly need. It's about indicating a shift or a major dilemma or a mindset shift. That's really fascinating. It's basically questioning all that came before and what is and where you are going, symbolizing a mindset shift that you do, that you take the path which you had previously set out for yourself and go through with your initial plan. Blah 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 blah. That's 3. Okay, no, I'm going with that first one when it says multiple eights in a tarot reading. The things you assumed you wanted from life will no longer be suitable. You will question what you previously wanted, and it is a major dilemma or mindset shift. Okay, so we're having mindset shifts, major dilemmas in the future after this emotional overwhelming. I think they've underestimated the backlash that's going to come out of this. Right. The Page of Wands. The young people are not going to like it and they're going to speak out about it. You've got the King of Cups, an emotionally mature leader, a diplomat. This is not the head of FIFA at the moment. Some sort of leader coming forward as well. You've got the abuse of power and betrayal. So these are speaking out. Young and emotionally mature, stable. It's about the abuse of power. It's about betrayal. It's about the deceit. And then we've got the Chariot. Riding in as a victor but unable to move forward. It's my military card as well, but I'm just going to say, because the 2 sphinxes at the bottom, not moving. Inability to move forward. Rode in as though owned everything. And if you want a confirmation of that, the Hanged Man. Seeing things from a different point of view and being stopped, being on the back foot, having to defend the position, but it is the end of an era with the World card there. Yeah, absolutely. I think, okay, what are the players going to, okay, the World Cup held in Canada, US. Oh, what are the players going to do? They've got some tough decisions to make, especially if they're the wrong, there's no wrong skin color. Let me put it this way, especially if they're not squeaky white and don't, it's legacy and end of an era. comes with the oligarchical end of an era as well. Let me put it this way. If they are not squeaky white and have a name that doesn't derive from English, players might not be particularly happy. But the big moneyed oligarchs, their actions are going to have consequences. Absolutely, the justice card. And it'll be a justice in a form. May not necessarily be how we would like it or how we expect it to go, but justice will be coming. So show me. Oh gosh, High Priestess. It's all out there to see. Hidden agendas exposed, but also higher spirituality, higher self. What are the players? If you can hear a siren, I do apologise. I hope it's not triggering for anyone. It's the volunteer fire station down the road. Okay, someone's obviously needing the fire engine. What do the players think? Right, they are considering not going. The ships are leaving the harbour, and this person is standing on the headland, not on the ship. Players are considering not attending. Challenged by the offer, but it's the World Cup. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the false knight. Come on, a cajoling. I'm getting the word cajoling. But it's not going to be cajoling, but you know what I mean. The challenge is going to be, but if you're not there, the team, or if a team is, I think there's going to be boycotts. Because the energy that they are in is they are a community. They know each other. They play with each other on same teams until the country calls them up for international representation. They know each other on a personal, face-to-face level. And emotionally, it is not sitting well with them. In the past, this could be that FIFA trying to defend its position against the attacks. Could be the players trying to defend their position against attacks if they say no. Because I'm asking a question about something that's going to happen in the future. Okay, crowning this reading, the world, end of an era. End of an era, one door shutting, another opening, things changing, but also the world. And it is, believe it or not, football, soccer, whatever you like to call it, depending on where you come in the world. We call it soccer in Australia because we have already 3 codes of football. We have rugby league, rugby union, and Australian rules. And then we have touch football and all the rest of it. And then there's American rules football, blah, 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 blah. So, but this is world stage stuff. And it is an ending. Okay. The immediate future in regards to this, just pop that there and take those 2. We got the Queen of Wands. Some sort of internal plan, an announcement perhaps coming from within the ranks is what I'm getting, because queens for me are internal. Now, I hate to say it, but Laurie from The Way of Positive Change has dobbed this card, as awful as it sounds, the prostitute of the tarot deck, because she is the queen that is sitting there with her knees apart. Could be the sunflower, we stand with Ukraine. It could be an announcement. I just feel there's going to be an announcement that comes from the players that we are not going to prostitute ourselves. Because to be honest, I mean, it's the oldest profession in the world, and it is pretty much just, as long as it's consenting parties, pay for play. in the immediate future. Externally, big stick moment, big announcement coming. Internally, they may leave it up to individual players. But you know, if you're a team with a person of color that is Muslim or something on your team, or you have a team that has a Somalian in it or something, you know, was Somalian and I don't know if Somalia has a team. I'm assuming they do. But, you know, they also become citizens of other countries. We have Somalians who are Australian citizens over, you know, came from Somalia here. You know, are you going to, you know, it's a hard decision. It might be a once in a lifetime, but there's more at play here. Okay, see where this goes. Hopes and fears. Some unexpected announcements that will come forward with that Page of Cups. That may seem unusual because I'm asking about the players. And I know sport's not supposed to be political, but it always is. Going back to the 1930s with the Black Power salutes. Was that the 1930s or was that the 1960s? I can't remember. 1930s, wasn't it? Was it Jesse Owens that won, the American that won a athletics race? And old Mustachio Man didn't want to present the medal. You know, going back to even before that era. Okay? The players walking away, boycotting. Nine of Swords, a nightmare situation, hopefully, for the organisers, but it is about unity, and it is about diversity, and it is about community, and it is about, I think players are going to, and teams, and then we've got the circles of support for their brothers and sisters, and it's going to be a huge judgment moment. And then we've got the Ten of Wands, an inability to pull it together and get this across the finish line. I really, really think there is going to be, if things don't change dramatically within FIFA, and if the regime, I'm not talking about the orange twerp because he's due to go any day now, but if the regime, even on their last gasp, is still in place, I think the players will boycott. Ooh-wee. You've got the past. Smug merchant thinks all lined up in a row. Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Sort of truth being bought. Yeah. I don't think the young players, and then that was the Page of Wands, the young players bringing forward an announcement. The Knight of Wands, volatile announcement. And then we've got something coming from the White House, a rah, rah, rah from the White House, but everybody is just walking away from it. So, if the regime is still there in any shape or form, don't even know when the World Cup is. It's next year, isn't it, sometime? But when does it start? And I'm talking about, I don't think it'll be the orange trip because he'll be gone. But, you know, if it's shady, which if he's in, we say a nanosecond, but it might be, you know, couple of months. No, they're not coming. A lot of them are not going to decide not to come. Interesting times. So yeah, FIFA messed up big time. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I shall catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Beautiful day out, and love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.